We're here at La Mandra Beach, which is like a 4-minute walk away from our Airbnb. It is so beautiful. We've been laying here and kind of just reading and learning more about the island. There's a castle that you can see from the beach here, and I just feel like I'm in a movie. And it's interesting because our Airbnb is called Mr. Ripley's Room, and it's based off of this movie that has Matt Damon in it. I have been tasked with finding us some spritz. Maybe this is like a weird niche thing, but I love going on solo trips and solo missions whenever I'm traveling with somebody else, venturing off to do my own thing for a little bit and then coming back to the group. This is very much a roam around until something finds me kind of adventure. Let's talk about the pizza. It was really good. I got the romana, which is basically just a cheese pizza with anchovies, which I love. He got the margarita pizza. His pizza was so good. I've heard this before, and I understand what people mean by it now, when the baseline to know if somebody knows what they're doing is to get a margarita. I'm feeling very red today. I don't know why. I have my red necklace on, my red hat, red bathing suit, red pants. We're heading down to Forio. The bus ride that we're taking to get there is gonna be about 1 hour, so we're gonna be there for a while. I definitely see why people recommend renting a car to get around the island, because the buses are reliable and they're good, but it just takes so much longer. Something about trying to navigate this island, seeing how narrow the streets are, just sounds like a little dangerous. Our bus should be here any minute. It's gonna be a really good day. Finally got to our bus stop. We now have a 20-minute walk from here. It was quite chaotic from the beginning up until right about now. There's so many people on that bus. Like, what I'm learning is that there's like a central bus station where everything meets and it sprawls out from there. It's right in front of the port, so when you get off of the boat to get here, that meeting point is so chaotic. People were like rushing onto the bus trying to find a seat. It was a lot. But one positive thing about that bus ride is that we kind of got like a tour-ish of the island. So as we're riding around, we could see all of the pretty beaches and the setup. So I was screenshotting different spots on the way here. Ciao. Ciao. We're going to the Bay of Sorgeto in Forio right now. It's so beautiful. Like, all the birds are just chirping around us.
Eu já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa, mas você só continua com essa enrolação. Já cansei de te chamar pra tu sair de casa.
So many steps.
Você continua com essa enrolação. Eu já limpei e arrumei o que você pediu, enquanto você tinha outra coisa que arrumar. E mesmo assim te esperando, você não saiu.
Okay,
I went in the water. They're not joking when they say it's boiling. Like someone is actually boiling eggs. I couldn't get in all the way because it's just way too hot. This is such a cool experience to like actually go in and feel some thermal heat like that. That heat is no joke. The more I got in, the hotter it got. Like I know the people who are in now have probably just been sitting for a while, so it doesn't even bother them anymore. But when you first try to do it, that heat is serious. It's really hot. I think it's hotter than 90 Celsius. I don't know. So Mr. Chanel had such a good idea to actually hop into the colder side of the beach and then go over to the heated side. We're gonna make our way to that rock.
Eu já cansei de te chamar quando saí de casa, mas você continua sem enrolação. Eu já limpei e arrumei o que você pediu, enquanto você tinha um doce para cozinhar. E mesmo assim, depois de tudo, você não saiu. Invita que agora vai preparar o jantar. Eu já cansei de te chamar quando saí de casa, você continua com as enrolação. Eu já chamei, já avisei, e você continua sem
We're leaving the beach now. When I tell you guys, that was the best bruschetta I've ever had. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite things I've had since living here ever. That was so absolutely delicious. My shirt is wet because I still have my bathing suit top on, but we're going to be climbing back up. This place is absolutely beautiful and stunning, but you have to work for it. Getting here is not easy, and leaving is even harder, but it is worth it. This was so worth it to me.
Eu já limpei e arrumei o que você pediu, enquanto você tinha um doce para cozinhar. E mesmo assim, depois de tudo, você não saiu. Invita que agora vai preparar o jantar. Eu já sei te chamar quando saí de casa.
I realized that I had this restaurant called Da Giselle saved, so we decided to walk over here for a quick lunch. We're sitting outside. It's really nice out here. They gave us some bread. We ordered some pasta to share because the bruschetta was yummy, but it wasn't like filling, you know? So we kind of went a little more on our stomachs before we hike down or up, essentially. We're staying near the port, so we still have a long bus ride to get back to our Airbnb. All that to say is we're hungry. We found this restaurant. It's beautiful out here. The view is amazing, and we have some seafood pasta on the way, which I am very excited about. This place has such good reviews, so. This looks so good. I did in fact get pasta on my shirt. Thought I would be good wearing a white shirt because usually I don't get food on me, but today just couldn't win. Got a wet shirt, stained shirt, is what it is. But that pasta was so good. I think one of the best pastas I've had in a long time. I already knew this, but I'm just being reminded of the fact that all of the food, the more south you go, is just so much more seasoned. And that sounds very rude, but it is the truth. The food here has been just so good. Cannot fully put into words just how amazing it was to go into the ocean, go into the thermal pool, and just go back and forth, stopping by that bar and having the best bruschetta I've ever had, and then eating that seafood pasta. It just felt like everything was hitting today. We are making our way back to the bus stop now. This walk is no joke because we are going at an incline for a while. Right now it's okay, but
from here on out, like once we hit this curve up here, there were taxis at the top. So if you do visit, there's an option to take a taxi like that car that just came by. Do you see a tan line at all? Yeah, I definitely have one. A lot of it, huh? I'm just grateful I don't have one on my forehead because that's what I was mostly scared about. I feel very drained right now. There was just so many people on the bus, and as we kept going, it just became more and more and more, to the point where I was like this the whole time, and I was holding on to the bars above me, and everyone was just like, there's a bunch of hills, up and down, turns, roundabouts, so we're all just like all over the place. And I just feel so drained. I'm just so glad to not be around so many people in my personal bubble, because it was getting to a point where I was like, you know, I can't do this. Can't do this anymore. I want off this bus right now. But not to be negative, I'm so very happy to be here, and being able to see that side of the island was so beautiful. We stopped by this little mini supermarket near our Airbnb and got some fruit. We picked up some bananas and 2 peaches. I believe one's a white peach and one's a yellow peach. To be honest, I was kind of just picking up which ones felt the softest but not like mushy soft. This is technically our last day here. We leave tomorrow for Naples. Definitely feeling that midday vacation slump when you're just out all day and you're doing a lot, except it's not midday, it's 5:45. Need a moment to recover. That's what we need. Just a moment. Home, we're showered, and we're about to get ready to go out for dinner. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I see on myself that I am so much more tan. Definitely am feeling quite sun-kissed. On our way walking back from the beach today, we discovered a wine bar. It's about 3 or 4 doors down from our Airbnb. They had a wine tasting with some local wines, and they also had pairings. So we might go in and just see what they have and if anything is speaking to us. How my relationship with the beach and being outside, how that has changed as I've grown up is so... I'm just so happy and proud of 29-year-old me. When you're younger and natural hair and locks are not as prominent as they are now, and you have relaxers or you're blow dried straight or whatever, going to the beach with your friends, going to the pool with your friends is like a whole thing. Growing up, there was also this sentiment of darker skin is not pretty, so don't be in the sun, be mindful. And I'm just so happy to see that there's a change. I just love seeing all of the natural hair discourse online about like, yeah, we all should just be wearing our hair how it grows. Today at the beach, me and my husband were the darkest people there. And I mean, granted, we're in Italy, okay, but people definitely were looking at first. But it just felt so like, oof, at first being in a space where I'm in a bathing suit and my body looks like my body. I have curves and rolls and all of that, stretch marks. I just don't ever want to feel like I'm a thing to look at, you know? And that's something I feel and have experienced feeling like that, traveling a lot of places. It's interesting to see how the world is changing and what's acceptable and not acceptable for Black women and women of color. I know teenage me would be so proud for just going out there and doing it. I'm here, I traveled here. No one is taking this experience from me, you know? I know this video is supposed to be a travel video about Ischia, but I still want to
document and talk and reflect on my thoughts and my experiences about the things that I do feel and see when I'm traveling. So I hope that little tangent didn't throw you guys off too much, but I think I need to get a new concealer because it's a little orange underneath my eyes. The shade that I'm using on my face, I definitely feel was my shade before and not anymore now that I've been in the sun all day for the past 2 days. I think it looks good regardless. So I've been in here for way too long getting ready. So let's go do a little wine tasting, get some good dinner for our final night here on the island. I'm just so blessed and grateful that everything that has happened in the past 48 hours has happened, and we still have a little bit more time. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we did the wine tasting. Well, I did the wine tasting. He just got a beer. The server recommended that I do whites because this region is just known a little bit more for that. So the first two that I did were local to the island, and then one of them was from the region Campania. The last one was definitely heavier than the first two. It went from like a light, bubbly kind of white to like almost like a Sauvignon Blanc tasting one, to something I can't even name. That last one was very heavy. But right now we are making our way to dinner. We found a restaurant that has rabbit stew on the menu. I know it sounds like, ew, why would you eat that? But I like to try like the local specialties and what people come here to eat and things you can only get while you're here. Hopefully they have a table for us. We don't have a reservation. It's kind of late, so we probably should be fine, but yeah. But I'm excited to eat dinner. Hungry, food's gonna be delicious. I can already feel it. Manifesting a good dinner.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. It's really dark out, but I'm gonna talk about the restaurant. So we ordered the seafood pasta with mussels, and then we got the rabbit stew. And typically pasta comes out first as a primi, and then you get the meat second as a secondi. But they were obviously a little busy and overwhelmed, so they gave us the meat first, and then the pasta came next, which is fine. The rabbit stew is actually so delicious. I've never had anything like it. It did scare me a little bit because as we started lifting up the different pieces of the stew, the rabbit head was inside, so you could see like its head, and it had its little teeth too. That kind of freaked me out. Whatever they stewed it in, the tomato sauce with the white wine and whatever else, delicious. The pasta was like, it was okay. We're here at the castle right now. You probably can't see it because it's so dark, but this has honestly been such an amazing, beautiful day. I am so grateful that today happened and I got to experience this, and we ended it on a good note with trying a local specialty. We're probably gonna walk around a little bit to continue to walk off our dinner before heading home because we gotta be up a little early tomorrow for checkout. I will see you guys tomorrow. went to our favorite coffee shop that we found here next to our Airbnb. Honestly, nothing on that menu is bad that we've had so far, and the service is so good. Let's reflect on the trip a little bit. I took some notes because I want to talk about some takeaways. This has been such a fun and special trip. I 100% recommend staying in this area if you are kind of wanting to just be in like a central spot to travel. Like if you need to go back to Naples earlier in the morning or something like that, it's convenient to stay here. But if you have like a slow trip planned and you have more leisure time in between, I would travel away from here to the other side of the islands and just take your time and slow down and see all of the different beaches there. Sorgeto Bay was beautiful. If you can fit that into your itinerary, I 100% recommend doing that. It's so worth it. Doing 2 days here is good, but I would suggest maybe doing a little bit more if you can swing it, so you can go see the different beaches, because there truly are so many. Taking the bus was very overwhelming and overstimulating. It's the middle of May right now, so I imagine if you're going to be here during more peak seasons, the bus is going to be a struggle. Every stop I was begging people to get off, and just more people were getting on. Even at some stops, there was no room, so they had to wait until the next one came. The vibe here is just so relaxing and laid back, and you can tell that the people here really cherish this island and love and care about it and want to protect the beauty of it. Everyone here has been so kind, so inviting, so welcoming. So it's just been such a special trip. I'm going to remember our time visiting this island. Like, this is definitely such a peak thing for me as somebody who loves the beach and loves being by the water. This was perfect. If any of you guys have any questions about my itinerary, what we did, where we went, leave it below and I'll be so happy to answer any questions. I don't regret coming here at all. This was an amazing trip. I'm kind of sad to leave. I don't want to leave. Our checkout is in about 30 minutes, so we're gonna head down to the port now to catch our ferry back to Naples.